All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Data Over Ego. I'm your host, Jacob Chandler, and today we're going to be going over 7 different ways and 7 different things that you can use to increase the average order value on your website. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Number one is just adding product recommendations to your website. So what this looks like is this, adding some sort of bundle feature. So I'm a fisherman. I really like to bass fish. I have one of those Tatula SV TWSs by Daiwa. You probably don't know what that is and you don't care. But where I bought it from, Amazon in this case, honestly, a lot of these things that I'm going to be talking about today are being done by Amazon, and they're things that you can implement on your e-commerce store. But you'll see here, what they did is they say, hey, these are frequently bought together items, and then they easily give you, if you see here, easily give you the ability to add all three to your carts. So I bought the Tidula SVTW. I bought the reel on the far left. I actually did end up buying Power Pro braid, not from Amazon when I bought it. And then I do want to buy that Tatula XT bass casting rod, but I already had a rod that I really like. But this kind of helps you. If say you have a jewelry store, you can pair, say you have necklaces and earrings. You could have a necklace. Let's say somebody's buying the necklace, they add to the cart, have product recommendations of, hey, here are earrings and a bracelet that also go with that necklace, where you can finish off your look. And that's going to help you on average increase your average order value. You may only get 10% of people that take you up on all three items. If you're lucky, you're going to get 10% of people to take you up on all the items. With that, over time is going to help to increase your average order value. So this is something that number one, I highly recommend doing. There are several apps in Shopify that you can use to do it. But again, a lot of the things I'm going to be talking about in here, you're going to see on Amazon. And if Amazon's doing it, it should be something that you should also be trying to implement. So number two, that's creating upsells and cross sells. And both, there are a lot of apps specifically on Shopify for both. I think there is a little bit of confusion when it comes to what an actual upsell is. People are calling cross sells upsells, but let's just go over it right here. So creating an upsell. So oftentimes people think of cross sells as upsells. I'll talk about cross sells next. They're not. So an upsell is, say somebody's on your website and you sell coffee. In this example, it's coffee. Say you just sold them and they add to their cart a pound of coffee. With an upsell, you're trying to get them to buy more. So in this case, you can say, hey, for only $3 more, get 2 pounds instead of one. So they're paying $22 for a pound of coffee. If you can sell them another one for an extra $3, and it's profitable for you, to them it's going to be like, well, heck yeah, of course I'm going to do that. If I'm going to get an extra pound and it only costs me $3, and I was already willing to pay $22 for a pound of coffee, yeah, I'm gonna pay the extra $3 and get the bigger bag. And for this brand, I'm sure with coffee, it's a really high margin business, where they could easily offer that. But this is what an upsell is. It's taking something that you have a bigger quantity of and trying to get that person to buy more. So if you're selling coffee in this case, it's getting them from buying 1 pound to 2 pounds and giving them an incentive to buy more. So upsells are a great way to increase your average order value. What's more common in e-commerce, since most people don't have a product specifically like this, where you can just say, hey, buy more of it. What's more common is cross sells. And cross sells, again, most people call them upsells. It's a cross sell. So what a cross sell is say you're a razor company here, like Dollar Shave Club, they sell razors. When you're using a razor, you're going to need other things like post-shave cream, maybe a body cleanser, maybe, some, I can't think of the term right now. Maybe you need some shaving cream. Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't think of that. Dumb blonde moment. One wipe Charities here. But this is what a cross sell is. So say, again, you sell jewelry, or let's just go to where the apparel industry. Say you sell a shirt on it, like one of mine in the past that says try not to suck. It's a blue shirt. If you're going to have a cross sell of that, you can say, here, add this hat to your cart and get it $10 off today when you buy the other item. So there's different ways you can do that. You can use an app like Privy. You can use an app like Bold Upsell. There's a bunch of different ways to do this on Shopify. But my favorite way to do it is, say, you're sending traffic to your store. They're going to a product page, collection page. whenever anybody gets to the product page and adds an item to their cart, once they click add to cart, what you're going to do is have it pop up with an item that would be a proper cross-sell. There's different apps that you can do it. There's different things that use machine learning that look at your store and see what items are bought frequently together. But I highly recommend this. And this, if you're running an e-commerce store that doesn't have coffee doesn't have product like the coffee, this is a really good way to help increase your average order value. So if you sell, jewelry, if you have a necklace that's selling really well, pair it up with an upsell on that page with an earring or a bracelet that matches it, and really just sell that, hey, match this beautiful necklace that you're about to buy with a pair of earrings, and then since you're going to pair them together, we'll give you 20% off the entire order. So that is cross sells and upsells, and that's another thing that we really highly recommend our clients to do, because the higher the average order value is of your store, typically the better the ads are going to do for you, as long as your products are in a good price point. So the number 3 way to increase your average order value is add a free shipping threshold. So in this case, this is one of our clients called On It. They sell a product called Alpha Brain. And what they're doing is, once you click to the cart, say you add, in this case, Alpha Brain, Memory and Focus to your cart, you go to it, it says, hey, you're $71 away from free shipping. Okay, well, I'm going to go back and find some of the other things to get that free shipping threshold. Now, depending on your company, you can have an over $50 threshold, over $100 threshold, $75, $150. They're at $150, as you can see. But it's definitely something that helps out, because as a consumer, you don't want to pay for shipping. You want to get your items as fast as possible, and ideally, shipping is going to be free. So if I can just buy a few extra things that I would probably like anyway and get free shipping, a lot of times somebody's going to do that. So all of these things by themselves may not give you an overall make a huge impact to your average order value, but as you implement 3, 4, 5, heck, all 7 of these things, that's when you're really going to see your average order value rise. But this is one of those levers that you can pull to help increase your average order value. So another one, and I'm running through these fast because I don't want to take too much of your time, is creating product bundles and packages. So what that is here's one simple example of buy more, save more. So if you purchase 5 items, you get 25% off, 4 items, 20% off, 3 items, 15% off. So you're kind of escalating. Hey, the more you buy, the more you save. So you're just, this isn't something that you can run all the time. I mean, you can if you want to be like Kohl's per se. I live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin right now. If you want to be like Kohl's, you can do something like this and keep running sales all the time to keep your average order value up. As an advertiser, I prefer you're not doing that. But this is a lever you can pull, once every month, once every 2 months, as an offer to your email list, to your, current, subscribers, to your followers, all of that you can put out there into the world to try to increase your average order value for a week or so at a time. So that's one offer you can do. Another one, again, just going back to our client On It. This is one that they do where they just run it all the time. It's kind of like, hey, do you want to buy 1 bottle? Hey, that's going to cost you $35 a bottle. Just buy 2. It's almost $10 a bottle less. Don't be a dumbass. You'll save $20. And then the 3 on the far right, it's like, yeah, do you really need 3 bottles? So the Goldilocks one that they're getting the majority of people to buy is the one in the middle. And I'll talk more about this later with product anchoring. But this is something that you can do as well if you have a product similar to Alpha Brain, where they may be buying multiple bottles of it, where it's a product like that, where it's like the coffee, again, in the past, where somebody can buy more of it. Like somebody's not going to buy, 3 of the same pair of earrings. Somebody's not going to buy 3 of the same shirt. But you can bundle items like this. So say you sell shirts, you could bundle a shirt with a hat and socks that all match, and that could be a product bundle that you could put out there. Okay, so going back to what I just kind of talked about in a different context is using price anchoring. So what price anchoring is just kind of messing with the psychology of the buyer, saying, hey, this item was $60, then it was $42, and now it's $30, even though they probably just wanted to have it half off anyway because it's a clearance item. So what price anchoring is they see that it's been marked down a few times. They see, holy crap, this is $60. This was $60. I get it for 30 today. What a freaking deal! Even though it probably cost them $7 to make. So they're still making money on it, even though it's clearance. But you're thinking you're getting a $60 value. This is why stores like TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Nordstrom Rack, all of those places do really well, because you see the original price tag, and oftentimes they leave it on there on purpose. You can say, oh my God, this used to be $200 and I'm getting for $70 today. I'm doing that. I just got myself last week at Nordstrom Rack getting a pair of jeans doing that. So with price anchoring, this is something that you really just want to do with your clearance items. There's another way I'll talk about how you can do it with your non-clearance items. But just showing people, hey, this is what it normally was. We put it to this, and actually, get a bargain basement price today of $30, and you'll be good to go. But that's price anchoring that you can do on your sale items. Price anchoring that I would recommend doing is, say you sell, products similar to the coffee. You can do something similar to what Onnit does with their Alpha Brain. But in this case here, it's showing 3 different items that are similar together, and you want them to do the $32 one. So say you have a product that can be edited to make it a little bit worse and a little bit better, and you want them to buy at a certain price point. You anchor it with a cheaper one, showing, hey, you're going to miss out on some stuff, and you also anchor it and flank it with a higher one of things that are nice to have, but they don't necessarily need or want. It would just be nice and make it, higher and out of their price range. So that way they're thinking, oh, I don't want to be a cheap ass, but I'm not spending that on all that money on something I don't really need. And you're kind of forcing them to go to the middle option that, that's the one you want them to go with anyway. So this is another way you can do it, is with price anchoring, kind of playing with the psychology of the buyer, forcing them to go with the bundle that you want them to buy. So number 6 is making time-sensitive offers. So this is another one where it's a lever that you can pull once a month. You're not going to be able to do it all of the time just because you don't want to be that annoying brand. Maybe you could pull it to new customers more often than returning customers. Just have it pop up on a trigger of new IP addresses coming to your website and exclude all the old IP addresses. That's something you could do, or you could do it vice versa. New people to your website don't see it, but people that have already know you a little bit and trust you, who would believe this offer, you can flip-flop and have it to returning customers only see it. You can do it, either way. But what the idea of this is hey, saying you have 30 minutes to use this 20% off discount code, and you give them the fear of missing out. Because oftentimes people, if they're on your website, they're going to like more than one thing that you sell. So if you're saying, hey, on our website now, this is a sale that you're only getting for 30 more minutes. Get as much as you can at this deal, and take advantage of the offer and don't miss out on it. So this is another, another lever you can use to help increase your average order value. This isn't one that isn't going to stay on your website for an extended amount of time, just because it would be annoying to people. But again, if you wanted to keep it on your website at all times and only target new potential buyers or past buyers or past website visitors that didn't buy, you can set up apps such as Privy and other pop-up apps that way, so it comes up only to a specific amount of people, but the offer's constantly going on. It's just a select segment of people are seeing it. All right, and then the last one here, to help increase your average order value, which we've seen this help out a lot of the brands that are in a medium price point range. When I say medium price point, they're $75 to $150 price points on items. But we've also seen it help the brands get multiple items added to their carts and a higher average order value that are selling items in the $30+ price point. So we've seen this kind of really help everybody across the board. Where it has them, where it benefits and who it benefits the most is those people with higher price points. But in this case, what I guess this is to use an app such as like Affirm. There are a few others out there that do it, but it allows people to pay in increments. So in this case, the earrings are $140. What they could do here by using Affirm when they're checking out is do 3 payments of $47. So you're really mitigating the pain that the customer's feeling by allowing them to pay over 3 months and having a payment of $47. And the benefit to you is you're getting the money right away. A firm is going to be the one taking on the risk of getting that customer to pay in, 3 interest-free payments. They'll still be charging a processing fee, but what it really does is it mitigates the pain that potential customers have about buying a product that costs $140. I don't think anybody really likes swiping their card and paying $140 for something unless it's a necessity. So if you can kind of mitigate that pain for them, be like, oh, they only see it, it's only $47 today. Hell yeah, I'm going to do that. Then it's something that's going to be really beneficial to you. So there's Affirm, there's Afterpay, there's Zelle, there's a few others that you can use. But we highly recommend using it, and we've seen it help out, all of our clients that implemented it, besides maybe a few where it didn't really have an effect. It doesn't hurt, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So those are the 7 things that you can do to increase your average order value on your website. I really appreciate you stopping by. I would love it if you enjoyed the video, if you could subscribe to our channel. I would love it too. If you had any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. I'm Jacob Chandler. If you want to see more, my blog is dataoverego.com. If you would like to work with me, my advertising agency is Prolific Media, where we spent $30 million over the past few years to make over $150 million for our clients. But until next time, guys, cheers. I'll have a beer for you and increase those average order values.